For our third victim, we have our goalkeeper, Xavi. You guys briefly met him in the St. Bonaventure video. We were roommates. But the floor is yours, Xavi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So my name is Xavier Fernandez. They call me Xavi. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Guatemala.
Great. What position do you play?
I'm a goalkeeper.
Yeah. Really good one at that. And what is your previous experience? Where did you come from? And tell us about the story about how you just developed as a footballer.
Yeah, so I started playing as a six when I was little. I used to play at school, it's like high school, level.
Yeah.
Um, then I got an injury on my ankle, so I decided to go on goal because I was scared.
Yeah.
And I ended up loving it. I played for a few teams, for some academies back in Guatemala, and then I played for a third division side in Guatemala, which made me make a move to Spain. And then I played 2 years in Spain, 1 year with Club Deportivo La Coruña for their U18s, and then my second year I played with a team from fifth division.
Fifth division?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you represent your country, correct?
Yes, I do.
You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I started senior year, no, junior year of high school.
Okay.
I started going for the U20s. It was a long process. All my senior year in high school, I went with the U20s. We didn't have international games. That's one thing that the last coach from the U20s didn't do. We only used to play like teams in our country.
Yeah.
So I don't have any international minutes, but the last camp I did was in Atlanta before the World Cup, which I played 2 games, and then I got injured, so I didn't make the World Cup.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
We were just talking about Nico, about injury and stuff like that, how that affected people. How did being injured affect you?
Well, it affected me a lot because I was obviously in Spain by the time, so I was playing for Depor, and I got an ankle injury, so I got I think it's called sprain, like a level 3 sprain or something like that.
Okay.
And when you fracture a bone, but it's not fracture, it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know how to say it in English though.
It's just a broken or fracture.
It's just like a line, but it's not completely broken.
Yeah.
Like 3 toes. And that made me obviously not go to the World Cup because of the injury. And then in my club at Depor, the other keeper got like heavily injured. He like broke his foot or something. So I had the chance to play, and I was gonna play like 5 really important games that would make us win the league if we won. But after the injury, I couldn't. So we ended up losing the league, and I didn't end up playing or going to the World Cup. So that sucks.
That sucks bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you bounced back, and now you're here. So tell us about how you ended up in Rockville, Maryland, at Montgomery.
Well, we were just talking about injuries. So last year in November, I had 2 injuries. First, while playing in 5th division, I broke my nose. Well, they broke my nose in a game. So I went back to Guatemala. I was there for a month before coming back in January. After the month of rehab I had to do for my nose injury, I decided to train a little bit in Guatemala so that in January that I got to Spain, I wasn't that rusty. And I ended up rupturing my meniscus. So I got surgery, and after my surgery, the team told me like, thank you, we don't want you anymore. So I was without a team. And I talked to the sporting director at Depor, and he told me that he had some guys that could get me a scholarship in the United States. So I took the offer, and then Coach Pedro called one day. Coach Scott texted, and we made a call, and I just really liked the soccer program overall, and decided this was the best option. That's why I ended up here.
Yeah, and so obviously playing for like professional sides and stuff like that, I'm sure you can appreciate how well the program is run. I mean, like, even coming from a D1 program myself, it's like the way that they organize things is very, very professional and a very high level.
Yeah, they do.
To kind of tailor out of that, what is the biggest difference between here and your home country, as well as here and where you played?
Okay, so difference between here in my home country, first, like culturally, I would say here in America or United States, people like, how can I say it, like they're not used to like talking to strangers.
Yeah.
So in Guatemala, like, or most of Latin countries, if you need something, You can just ask somebody.
Yeah.
They'll all be like really nice. Here they're all like, I don't know, scared, but like they maintain their distance.
Yeah.
Like if you ask for help or you don't know something, they'll be like look at you weird at first.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would say that. Obviously the food as well. And then soccer wise, I would say in Guatemala it's really not technical. I would say it's a little bit more like running.
Yeah.
And a little bit more physical maybe. And in Spain, well, for me, or what I think is that Spain is like the best place to play soccer.
Yeah.
It's technical, it's like physically it's good, and they have a lot of like competition.
Yeah.
A lot of leagues, a lot of teams, a lot of players. So I'd say the soccer over there overall is really good. But when I came here to MC specifically, I was actually surprised by the level. Some players. I thought the level was gonna be a little bit lower, but players know how to they know how to play. They know the basics. Like when you're coming out the back, play the six, play the other center back.
Yeah.
Those stuff. I really didn't think that would happen. But yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I mean, America is kind of like an evolution going on of
Yeah,
how we
yeah,
play. It obviously used to be a lot of just kick the ball off the field and run, but I
Exactly.
think that with the popularity of the Premier League and things like that growing, a lot of people are starting to like learn
Yeah.
more patterns of play and stuff through playing football here as well. And I just wanted to ask you as well, what are you looking to get out of the season? Like some goals that you have for the season?
Yeah. Well, after my 2 years in Spain, obviously it was hard coming from Guatemala. The level over there is not that good. But I managed to establish myself over there. And those 2 years, I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to. Obviously, it's normal, the other keeper had been there for 15 years. He already knows the style. He already knows everything.
Yeah.
He was very good. I wasn't mad at it because I knew. I just needed to get better. I worked on a lot of stuff, and I think that's what got me here. Like I have the level. But what I'm looking for is playing time. I just want to play as much as I can, be consistent. Obviously, if we can go to nationals,
Yeah.
win the national championship, even though I don't understand it that much, but win it. Obviously, I forgot the word. Grow
Yeah.
as a player. Grow as a player. By that I mean like physically, mentally, and yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, those are some great goals to have. I think playing time wise, if we can
Yeah.
keep you healthy, I don't think that'll be a concern. But
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, for the longest time, Chavi was our only keeper, and our other keeper hasn't passed the fitness test yet. So as of
Yeah.
now, he's still our only keeper. But what would you say your biggest strengths and weaknesses are off of the pitch and outside of football?
Okay, so that's a good question, because I feel like my biggest strengths maybe outside the pitch. I'm really like a sociable person. I think I can make friends very easy. And one of my weaknesses, I would say, is probably my mentality. That's outside of the pitch and inside the pitch. Probably that. I'm normally like, when I get in a situation when I'm the only guy and I have like a lot of people in front of me, I normally get nervous.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. It happened to me like when I went to the bank. I was like, what? And I would say that. And on the pitch, probably my biggest strength, I would say, is probably communication will be one of them. And probably my passing, I think it's pretty good. And my weakness, as I said before, my mentality as well. I don't know, since I was little, I've grown with like the mentality that I'm not good enough. So sometimes on the pitch it pays the price,
Yeah.
because on some specific moments you have to be strong mentally,
Yeah.
make the save, or grab the ball in the air on a corner or something. But I think I'm working on that. Oh, and also off the pitch, I love to eat, and I'm fat, and I need to get better at it, but it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, on the pitch and off the pitch, your strength being communication, I mean, kind of shows the kind of person you are. Obviously, everyone knows that you're a very social person. I think that carries on to the pitch as well. It's like you're a very talkative keeper. You're very good at communicating. So I think those kind of equal each other out and show the kind of person you are.
Thank you, bro.
And lastly, why do you play?
Well, since I was little, I like love to play soccer and sports specifically. So I just think that it has just like grown on the years. Every time you like grow, it gets a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would say that, and also my grandma. She was like, she loves soccer, like loves soccer. She loves. I don't know if you know Gianluigi Buffon, the keeper.
Yeah.
She absolutely loves him. Like, she wants to marry him. I swear to God. So I'm a keeper as well. So she's always like happy that I'm playing, asking me how my games are and stuff. She's always there for me. So I would say my grandma probably.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of great answers. That is probably going to be your last interview for today. The sun's going down. But great keeper, great guy. Thank you for coming on, Xavi.
Thank you. Thank you, Ibra. Yeah. Hopefully we win tomorrow.
Hopefully, bro. Big game tomorrow. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling confident,
Yeah. A lot of people are, like, we were watching the film and stuff inside about, they played Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I think it was 5-2 West Virginia.
Okay.
And they had a player who had a hat trick in that game. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be there this year as well. And he signed to Minnesota because he got drafted.
Oh, to Minnesota United?
Yeah.
Like the MLS team?
He kept the year's eligibility, so he's playing in the game again and stuff. So allegedly, he's supposed to be there because he's on the roster. And so a lot of people are scared, but I mean...
Nah, I'm not scared. If I play like I play against St. Bonaventure, like I was confident. I think I did things right.
Yeah.
I only considered a goal, which I couldn't do much about.
It was a good finish.
Yeah. So I think if I keep that going, you know, the confidence, mentality, and I do that tomorrow, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I'm confident. I think we have the guys. I think we have the coach. I think we have everything it'll take to really...
We've been running a lot, so
they're
going to make us run. So.
Yeah, true. We were ready for the running.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, thank you for coming on, bro.
Thank you, Ibra.